Yeah, from the play. Yeah. From the nest to the lights, we're ready to fly. Eagles rise up, yeah, we touch the sky. Coach Rather and Coach Patterson show us the way. Eagle-led Bonnie's gonna seize the day. Hearts on fire, burning bright. Through a storm, we'll take the fight. Spread your wings and let them soar. Higher now than ever before. Through the wind, we'll ride the tide. Eagle Nation, side by side.
What is up? What is going on? My name is Will Patterson. Welcome back to the Eagle Advantage. I have the honor and the privilege of being the athletic director at St. Joseph Catholic School. I am joined, as always, by my assistant athletic director, Madison Rather. Coach Rather, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me on again.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of our thing, so I don't think it's a thank you. It's just...
Well, you never know,
Yeah, I mean, you never know, I guess. But
it's a pleasure. It's an honor to be here. Happy to be here.
my plan is for you to always be here, as long as I'm here. And if that changes, then I think I'm going to be in trouble.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice setup you got here.
Yeah, like I said, it's an ever-changing studio. If you're watching the YouTube video, go ahead and watch the progression as we kind of get through this. I think this is probably it.
For now.
For now. I like this. I'm okay with this. So if you're not watching, we painted walls. No more backdrop behind us. That's still available. It's right to my left. You might be able to see a leg in the video. That's still here. You'll see it in some future stuff. Directly across from us is a couch that we can have 4 people sit on, so it would be us and then 2 guests if we needed it. And we can always pull up chairs and everything too. And then we've got the TV behind us now. Got the jerseys to the side. I mean,
the jerseys are tough.
We are moving and shaking in this podcast room, and we are what's called balling on a budget. Like
as always.
We're sitting in free chairs. The jersey frames we already had the jerseys. Got a swinging deal on some TVs. Like, as minimal amount of money that we can put into this, but still make it look like it's $1 million studio.
You wouldn't know.
You would know.
You would not
you
know.
would not know. Fake it till you make it. Balling on a budget. That's what we do. Madison, let's jump into the rundown. The rundown this week is a long one. I'm just go from there. Varsity softball on Tuesday opens up district play with a 16-0 win over Alpha Omega. You were there. I'm going to talk about it, then you can talk about it. Junior Penny Ramirez, 10 strikeouts on the mound. Senior Lucia Vadabarera, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, and a run scored. Freshman, getting that massive contribution from freshmen. Gotta love that as a coach. Freshman Hattie Nash, a triple, 4 RBIs, and 1 run scored. Another freshman, Emma Davis, 2 doubles and 4 runs scored. And senior Alexis Shandarlis with 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and 3 runs. Madison, thoughts on the game?
As coaches, the nerves are there at first, right? It's the first district game, and we know coming off last year, we have a statement to continue to make. And right off the jump, we were like, all right, we're good.
Yeah.
Like, take a breath. Our kids were ready, and we saw that from the first pitch that was thrown and the first at-bat from our leadoff, right? We knew, like, oh, the kids are good. Like, they want this. We're here to compete and to win. And they did just that.
Yeah.
And like I said, the freshmen with a huge contribution, and that's what they're going to continue to do. So, very proud of them. They're stepping up early, and so they're playing a big role on the team.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it last week as you kind of came into the district schedule. You got 2 on paper. You go, those are the 2 we got to go get right now. And we talked about, like, all right, we'll figure out how good we are. And little spoiler alert, to come out of the week 2-0, you got to feel good about that.
Yeah, we're feeling good about it. We just can't get too comfortable and just, stay focused on the next.
Yeah.
So
we'll get to that Friday game here in a minute, but first let's talk about the track meet. We had boys and girls in action at an Iola track meet. The varsity girls win the Iola track meet. That is a public school meet that we went and beat I guess, 5 or 6 different public schools.
Yeah.
So huge shout out to the girls. Let's run down who did what. Leah Hurley takes first in the 200. Bella Robardo takes second in the 200. Leah Hurley wins the 400. Ruth Johnson finishes second in the 100-meter hurdles. Eagles go 2, 3, 4 in the 300-meter hurdles, with Ruth Johnson finishing second, Sarah Wagner finishing third, and Macy Nowak finishing fourth. Sarah Wagner again wins pole vault. Special shout out to Leah Hurley for a fourth-place finish in pole vault. For those of you that don't know, Leah has been kind of sidelined from horizontal jumps since long and triple because of her ankle injury that she sustained early in the year, not playing for us, but playing soccer for a club team. And so she's had to find something different. First time she's ever pole vaulted was last week, to my knowledge anyway. And to go out there and finish fourth in a pole vault competition where a lot of these people have been doing it for years and years and years speaks to her commitment on working on the craft. I know she's been putting a lot of work into it, so shout out to Leah for that. Mary Niver takes third place in the triple jump. Ruth Johnson third place in shot put. And the Eagles go 1-2 in district, with Ruth taking first and Leah taking second. Coach Rather, tell us about the boys.
Yeah, so the boys also competed at the meet. So I can see that Seamus got third in the 3,200-meter race. You might want to help me out with Weston's here. The camera's kind of blocking.
Oh, Weston breaks into the top 10 with a 10th place finish in the 3,200.
All right, tell me about Will Hannock because the camera's still blocking all the boys.
Will Hannock finishes second in the high jump in his division. John Mayo takes fifth in the high jump, and the boys 4x4 take fifth place.
The boys also did compete at that meet as well, and I know they weren't able to go and win that meet, but it was a good experience for them as they sort of get ready for district, which I know is later in April, but for both teams, it's each meet really matters for them to kind of get that practice in. So
Absolutely.
Shout out to track.
Yeah, good job to track. Junior high went to the same Iola meet, but they went on Friday. They had a very good showing with a lot of blue ribbons coming home. Brooklyn Gibbs takes first place in the 200 with a time of 28:06. Sophia Aguilar first place in the 800 meters with a time of 2 minutes 55 seconds. Lexi Gibbs and Josie Dobbs placed first and second in the 1600. Lexi Gibbs and Josie Dobbs again first and second in the 2400. Those two sweeping the long distance races. Girls 4x4 of Blakely, Emily, Charlotte, and Fiona placed first in the 4x400. Kennedy takes first place in shot put. Blakely takes first place in the long jump. Charlie Laird on the boys' side takes first place in the discus with a throw of 87 feet, 10 inches. That's
insane.
A really good throw in the discus. So congratulations to Charlie. Dominic Walker takes first place in the 300-meter hurdles. And Dominic also takes first place in the 110 hurdles with a time of 19.5 seconds. Great job to all of the junior high track athletes. That is an awesome meet and an awesome showing against some pretty good competition. Friday, we also had varsity baseball in action. Varsity baseball beats North Zolch 23-2. Nice showing for the boys. I was at that game. I know last time we talked on this rundown, right, they were coming off a kind of a lopsided loss, and I told you that they were going to be hungry to get back on the field, and that they were. Harrison Hundle goes 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Derek Mersman goes 3 for 4 with an RBI and 2 triples and a double. So all 3 of his hits extra bases. Colt Bundick 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, hits a double and a triple. All of his hits were extra bases. Derek Mersman starts the game on the mound. He was on a strict pitch count because he will start what is going to be tonight, Tuesday, in their district opener. So he was on a kind of a get loose and go 2 innings pitch clock, and he went 2 innings and only allowed 2 hits, struck out 3. Those 3 strikeouts coming in the second inning, which was an immaculate inning. For those of you that don't know what that is 9 pitches and 3 strikeouts. So nothing but strikes, 3 consecutive strikeouts. That's all it took. It's an immaculate inning for him. Cooper comes in to finish the game, went a little bit over 2 innings, did not allow a hit, and struck out 4. I know those boys are hungry to get to district play, and we're really looking forward to them. Coach Rather, varsity softball beats Conroe 20-0. Quick take reaction on that game.
Yeah, off the jump, our first 4 batters got hit by pitches.
Yeah, I was watching that one at baseball.
And I was like, all right, okay. Obviously not what you expect to start a game off like. But Penny Ramirez, she held it down with 8 strikeouts and threw a no-hitter. And so that was great for us. And then we're just hitting away and being pretty disciplined at the plate.
Yeah.
So we got walked a few times as well. And so not being too eager to hit at things that aren't in our strike zone. And that helped us out, just having our girls just walk into home. So
Absolutely. Anytime you can get on base, you'll take it any way you can get it. Like Coach Rather said, Penny goes 4 innings. Game is shortened due to a mercy rule. 8 strikeouts and allowed 0 hits. Only 1 runner on base, and that reached due to an error. So does not get credited to her hit total and no hitter for Penny Ramirez. Lucia Vera Barrera goes 3 for 3 with 6 RBIs in the game. Emma Davis, freshman, more of that freshman contribution, goes 2 for 2, 2 RBIs and a double. And Alexis Chandarlis has 2 RBIs on the day. I mean, great job, great way to start district, starting 2-0. You got to feel like you're in the driver's seat.
yeah, we definitely do, and we want to stay there. So we'll see where this week takes us.
Yeah, I mean, got to keep fighting. Can't let your head get too
like I
big,
said,
and
can't get too comfortable.
yeah,
Never
I
in
mean,
softball.
You're gonna get everybody's best every game because when you're in front, everybody wants to take you down.
Exactly.
Well, let's jump into today's content a little bit. As we, have talked over the months that we've been working together, most of our conversation is financial related, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, let's do this. Do we have the money for this? How are we going to pay for this? And so I just have a general question. Are youth sports too expensive?
In my opinion, I think the answer is yes. Right? It's unfortunate because we don't want them to be. But, what loopholes can we find to make them cheaper?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. I think everything's gotten to the point where it was super out of hand. Even just, like, Little League baseball all the way up. You fill in every blank of youth sport. Like, when I was playing, it was a registration fee that was $40-$50. You brought your birth certificates. Mom and Dad went down to the academy, got you a $20 pair of cleats and a $20 bat, and that was it.
And you got a T-shirt.
Yeah, you got it.
And
that was included in the $40.
And that was the same for me. But now you look at leagues around here or anywhere, and you have to have the jersey. It's a part of the registration package, and that alone is nearly $100. The whole uniform package, and so
and that's it. I think 100 is cheap.
Yeah, well, for uniforms, yeah.
You get to some of these select teams, and it's a $500 uniform package that you have to get
because you have to have
I gotta
3 different colors.
I got to get the colors. I got to get the backpack. I got to get the stirrups, whatever the case is, and he goes, why?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. As a young athlete, right, that's cool to them. I think it's cool. I think it's cool to have, but it's becoming the standard everywhere, so you can't really escape that.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think. Everybody wants, like, our biggest question from kids is probably uniform-based. Hey, are we getting new uniforms? Do we get new jerseys?
Yeah.
Are the jerseys in? Everybody wants to look good. Like, everybody wants new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, where's the line there? And so today we're going to talk about the rising costs of youth sports and private school, public school, everything, right? We're going to jump into it and figure out kind of maybe there's a solution, maybe there's not. Maybe it'll shed some light on everybody listening. So I think that this is a loaded question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think there's probably two sides of people who play sports.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there are people who just want the life lessons, want the experience.
They want to be with their friends.
Yeah.
They want to, yeah.
It's a social, like, I want to hang out. My friends play softball, so I play softball.
And it's fun.
Right.
The fun aspect.
I have
less
fun.
competitive.
I'm here because it's fun, and at the end of the day, I play a game, right? And then I think there's somebody on another camp that goes, no, my kid is going to go to college, or I'm going to go to college if I'm talking to the kid. I'm going to use this as an avenue to better my life, get a free education. And so I think those two things, you got to kind of define where you are.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm in the fun camp and it's a social, it's entirely too expensive. If I'm going to use this as a tool to get me to the next place, Well, how much is too expensive? You know, and I think that's the rub, and that's the hard part is like, I would say most of our kids fall into the life lessons, fun.
Yeah.
You know, we've got some kids that are like, no, I'm going to college.
Yeah.
I'm going to play XYZ in college. And so for them, I think it's a different level. And their parents may be okay with it. But at some point, you got to get a return on your investment.
True.
Let's say college is $100,000. Well, from 5 to 18, I've got to keep it under that, or my full ride scholarship is going to cost me more than it would have just to pay to go to school.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything after college? Who knows, right? That may be your return on investment. But I think, you know, if you want to boil it down to it, I think travel sports are a luxury.
Yeah. I would agree with you. Like, how much of it really is a necessity to your skill development. Also depends on who you're with.
Sure.
And how much you're traveling and paying for. So I could be paying to play in AAU basketball, right? And I get X amount of tournaments. And, you know, looking at where you're going and, you know, who you're competing with / against also is another factor that doesn't really have a dollar bill on it, right? Are the people around you wanting the same thing that you do? Are they making you better? Are your coaches that you are with making you better? And so there's also a risk factor to it. It's a luxury. But there's also some risk that's associated with, you know, paying these high dollar bills to put your kids into competitive travel ball sports and different things like that. Which, like, I played before. Like, I played.
Yeah, I played too.
AAU basketball. I played 4 years, and I would say, I can even say, like, it helped me. But I didn't have the end goal of going to the WNBA or
Sure.
Unrivaled League, right?
Yeah, I mean, I played. I think that this premise holds true. I think that a lot of travel ball has become a status symbol, right? Like, I'm on the Bears and you're on the Cats, and so you must not be very good because the Cats are not very good. Mm-hmm. Well, or I just want to stay home. Like, I played baseball from the age of 4 till I was graduated high school at 18. I played summer ball, I played fall ball, I played winter ball. Like, we played year round. I very rarely left the state of Texas. Most of my friends were on, like, oh, we're on this elite XL travel team and we go to Cooperstown. Okay, you got 10 run ruled in Cooperstown. I stayed in San Antonio, slept in my own bed, and got 10 run ruled. I drove 30 minutes. You flew 6 hours. Mm-hmm. Who's got a better situation here? Like, I could have gone somewhere else with my family that night.
Yeah.
You are thousands of miles away, right? And that's like, there are teams that need to go places to get competition.
True.
We could send a team to Hawaii for volleyball. I get it once a week. I've sent it to Coach Riley, like, hey, this would be cool.
I really entertained it for a second, but it didn't seem
it would
like
be cool.
It would
right?
be really cool.
But to then turn around and go tell our parents, hey, it's a $2,000 trip to Hawaii for your kid to get beat or win, when we can do that same thing here.
Yeah.
Like, we are not the elite team that has to go to Venezuela to find a competition for somebody that can beat us or give us a good game. Like, there are teams out there that need that, right? There are teams that go, no, we have to go to St. Louis because it's the middle of the United States and all the other elite teams from every coast are coming to this place. And if we stay in Texas, we're not going to get the competition. We're going to run through everybody.
Yeah.
But then you know, and then we get into school sports, and like our stuff, I mean, we're pushing $200,000 easy.
Yeah.
By the time we pay coaches and put a bus and
from the outside perspective, you wouldn't think that.
No, but people don't understand how much it really costs. It cost us almost $41,000 last year just to play. That's pay refs, entry fees to tournaments, and things like that. Like, that's not paying a coach, getting a uniform, driving a bus there, nothing. Almost $41,000 just to play. And so you go, okay, maybe that's got something to do with it. I think that's got a lot to do with it.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously I wouldn't know, but like I don't know what the cost of these tournaments and referees were 10 to 15 years ago.
Right.
But I guarantee you it was cheaper than what it is now. I mean,
yeah, I mean, and we're not
not
sitting
by a
here,
bunch, but
we're not down talking officials. Like they're
no,
people.
yeah,
they
they should be paid more if I'm being honest.
Yeah, they give us.
Their job is. I could never do it.
I did it.
I couldn't.
Umpiring. I umpired baseball, called football. Put me through college. It's a great part-time job. You gotta have a little bit thicker skin. To do it.
For me.
But yeah, I mean, there are people like we pay them what they. I mean, it comes out to like $35 an hour, which, you go, well, yeah, that's okay. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't change the fact that it's expensive.
Yeah.
And people don't really realize that. Like, we lose money on most games.
Yeah.
I would say probably 9 out of 10 games we're losing money.
Yeah.
Because,
you're probably right.
Because we're not selling enough tickets, and then we got to pay refs and all that. So it goes, yeah, okay, well, it's going to cost us $100 to play. And so why do we do that? Because kids deserve the opportunity.
For sure.
Right? And so when we look at it, like, we want our athletics to be free. It's just not humanly possible.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't exist.
Yeah, it wouldn't exist for very long.
No.
I mean, so from our perspective as athletic directors, right, we don't want to ever be a burden to the school. Right? We are the same. Yes, we get that, right? Athletics at St. Joseph runs because the school runs. But we can't ever be a burden to the school. Mm-hmm. And so that's the biggest thing for us is, like, we've got to get to the point where we can kind of sustain ourselves and not have to have the school worry about, like, oh, athletics needs something else.
Yeah.
Right? And so we don't ever want it to have to get to, well, we need chemistry textbooks or basketball uniforms. And so what are we going to do? I mean, ideally, right, like, we control our own money.
Yeah.
And I'm saying by control, I mean we make and, generate our own revenue and things like that. But the fact of the matter is, it's a small school, and not every sport does that. Mm-mm. So, what could be a solution, do you think, Coach Rather?
I mean, I think when it comes to the expenses for travel teams and different things like that, a lot of it is showy. It's foofy, right? It's the extra uniforms. It's the playing in tournaments in Colorado and wherever you want to go, Oklahoma or, close enough, but it's still far, right? It's finding the competition that's near to you because I'm sorry, if I drove somewhere to Dallas and I played volleyball, I can find good competition there or Houston, right? And same thing with basketball. Like, I can go to Austin and San Antonio, and I can play good competition there.
Yeah, you can go anywhere in the state of Texas.
But I can go to Kansas and play in the high school basketball elite tournament with, all these cool teams and college coaches, right?
Right.
That's going to cost me much more because it's showy, right?
Yeah.
I'm not even really sure at this point to eliminate something like that. You'd have to restructure all of amateur athletics.
Yeah, I don't think you ever get rid of it. I think there's got to come a time that, but it's all consumer based, right? So
yeah.
if I'm a select ball coach and somebody wants to pay me XYZ to go take their kid to these tournaments, why would I say no?
Yeah.
Like, I need a job, and the parents want to pay me, so yeah, why wouldn't I?
And something else you see too now with it is, like, a lot of the kids fundraise and these teams fundraise. So, like, you'll take a local baseball team and they're going to fundraise to go to wherever.
Right.
Which I'm like, I mean, cool. Like, if I think it's a cool experience, right? I would be all in if I was a kid and my coach was like, hey, we're going to fundraise to go to ESPN World of Sports.
Sure.
In Disney World. I'm like, yeah. Like, I will stand out on the side of the road and do a car wash.
But see, I think there's different levels to the acceptability of a fundraiser for that stuff, though. Mm-hmm. Like, if I'm a Little League baseball player and I join my all-star team and we just so happen to make it to Williamsport, like, yes, fundraise for that.
Yeah.
You've played elite competition and you had probably a 1 in 200 chance of getting there, and then you qualified for something.
Yeah.
Right? We've got teams fundraising for like, hey guys, we're going to Cooperstown in July because we
weekend
want to.
tournament. Yeah.
So we're going to do a fundraiser for it.
Yeah. When I was looking into having that 14U girls travel basketball
Yeah.
team or whatever, and I was looking at different tournaments near, right, San Antonio, Austin, Houston, even one in Bryan. I was looking at I was like, all right, I'm going to keep the cost of each tournament under $250.
Right.
And uniforms are going to be cheap.
Cheap.
And I was like, let's say hypothetically, if a kid wanted to join the travel team, it was going to cost them, I don't know, anywhere between like $500 to $750.
Right.
Was my range. And I was like, for a travel team nowadays, I feel as if
I think it's super reasonable.
That's reasonable and cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I wasn't going to take anything. I just wanted the kids to go play basketball.
Right.
And then you do have some coaches out there that do that. Like, they'll take a bigger pay cut to make the travel expenses and everything cheaper.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a matter of picking and choosing too.
Yeah, and I think mainly we're really paying for exposure, right? And I'm here to tell you, like, if you're good enough, they'll find you.
For sure, yeah.
Like, you may have to work a little bit harder.
Yeah.
You may have to work a little bit harder to get in front of somebody's face and send emails and things like that, but they're gonna find you if you're good enough. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I'm not. This kind of sounds like we're just bashing travel sports. I played travel sports my whole life.
Same.
Probably wouldn't be the person I am today without it. I just think that there's a balance there, right? There's a healthy balance. Mm-hmm. And so, like, there are fun trips. If you go, hey, we're going to go to Florida and play in a baseball tournament, and then we're going to stay 3-4 more days and use it as a vacation for our family, I think that's fully acceptable.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we did that stuff, you know? I mean, we very rarely left the state of Texas, but you go, hey, we're going to go here, and then we'll stay or go in early and you know, go look at something or see family or do whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think that's fully acceptable. And then from the school side of it, like, we try to cut everything we can except for the necessities of the kids. But I think we're both of the mindset, like, the necessities of the kids is, number one, elite recognition. That's why we spend a lot of money on social media and programs and things that help us get to where, you know, recognizing our kids so they can get where they want to be. So we've got that. And then I think that meals after games are vitally important. You know, obviously we got to transport them places and things like. And so there's a lot that we go, yeah, that's not very important to us. We're not going to spend money on it. But then there's some things that you just can't avoid.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, like, we're not trying to, like, dog on travel sports. You did it, I did it. I think us and the people watching can agree. It's just expensive. And it's because the parents watching that have their kids in travel sports, they want the best for their kids. And that's the best way to do it right now, I think. You know, it's if that's for you and that suits you, it's like, absolutely do it.
Yeah, I mean,
like, I think for some, like I said, it wasn't a necessity, but I think it also can be essential to, you know, are you going to be the Michael Jordan and that's the route you want to go? Or is it going to be the more fun, lax kind of chill route?
Yeah, and I think it's important to define what you want out of it. Like, I mean, we could say, like, we just gave Leah all sorts of props. Well, Leah's going to college because she played travel sports.
Yeah.
Like, and so I think there's a place for it. I'm not sitting here going, no, don't do it. There is absolutely a place for it.
For sure.
But define what you want out of it. And that's what I get a lot from parents. It's like, hey, there's XYZ team. It's expensive, but and I go, what are you trying to get out of it? Do you want your kid to be treated like LeBron James and, you know, get all this gear and all this backpack and, you know, you pay for a bunch of travel, or do you want your kid to play and have fun, right? And I think that's where the school model really comes into play and is really effective for some. This is my fourth school that I've been at, and everywhere that I've been, there's been some sort of fee associated with athletics. Ours is $500 for the year, and that opens every sport up to your child. And so we pay for literally everything as far as uniform, travel, some equipment, post-game meals. Like, there's very little that parents are on the hook for in most cases. There are some outliers out there. Like, I know golf is expensive because it's a super customized thing. Like,
Very.
baseball, softball can get really expensive based on what glove is in your bag and what bat you swing. And so there are some things that, get expensive, but for the most part, right, we cover a whole bunch of it. And then for $500, like, your kid's playing all the sports.
Yeah.
Now, as you've learned in the last couple months, right, that doesn't leave us a whole lot of room for development of facilities and renovations and things like that, uniforms, and so we have to fundraise a little bit here and there and to do those things. But I mean, you've learned it in the last couple of months. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, something that I know and you both know, I mean, as well, is like, I will always want the best for our kids and whatever they want. Like, if they want something, I will listen. Doesn't mean we can give it to them.
Right.
But we can try our best to get there. And so, like, I think the way that our school is perceived by other people is very important, at least to me. And so, like, when people roll up to the complex or to the gym and, they're using this locker room or whatever it may be, it's like, I want the space to be nice.
Sure.
Because you want people to be like, man, St. Joe is nice, and they'll come back for tournaments and whatever else that we can host. I think that's just a huge thing that I have a really big emphasis on. And then, like, when it comes to just sporting goods itself, right? I know last year I could ask you, like, hey, like, junior high needs a new bucket of balls or whatever it may be. It's like, okay, that's $120 for 12 softballs.
Yeah. That's
nearly $100, if not for a Baden Pro basketball that we have to use for taps, right?
Right.
And so I guess I didn't realize the reality of the cost, and now I'm gatekeeping some of this equipment. Like, we locked the girls' basketballs up, and I took away the good volleyballs, and they're like, the kids are asking me, why are you doing that? It's like, well, because we had 2.5 carts.
Yeah,
now we have 1 cart.
I do the same thing with the football. It's like you're playing with a $100 bill right here.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna go throw it around like it's a football, and I'm not asking a kid to, like, I don't want them to think about that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want the coaches to think about that stuff.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is, like, that football cost us $100. And by the way, we need way more than one.
One, yeah.
And so you go, okay, yeah, we just spent $1,000 on football and we got 10.
Yeah.
And you go, buy a cheaper football. We can't. It's regulated by TAPS, so we have to play with that one.
Yeah.
Right? Buy a cheaper basketball. We can't. It's regulated by TAPS, so we have to play with that. Like, so it goes, okay, so all of these regulations make you have to play with this. Right? There are cheaper uniforms. You take this UA off of this jacket, and it becomes very, very cheap.
Yeah.
Right? If you take the UA or the Nike swoosh or whatever off the jersey, they become way cheaper in most cases.
Yeah.
But it's still expensive.
True.
Right?
It's the price tag isn't going to go away. It's not going to change as much as we would want.
So as we kind of wrap this up, I think the reality of youth sports is some expenses are necessary expenses. Like, has it gotten too expensive? Yeah, probably. But I'd ask you, what hasn't?
True.
I filled up with gas. Yeah. It was $1.40 more than I've paid in the last couple of years. I'm like, why is this so expensive? That's the world.
Exactly.
Right? I go to Whataburger and my $7 meal that used to cost me is now $15. And it goes, well, okay. So that's more expensive. Everything's more expensive.
Yeah.
The problem is, as most people know, right, and I'm not telling you anything you don't, not everybody's income has increased. And so you go, okay, everything's getting more expensive. I'm not making any more money. I'm broke now.
Yeah.
I used to be pretty well off, right? We paid our bills and did this, but now I'm broke. And that's an issue.
That is an issue.
But
and that's the world we live in.
We're not going to solve that on the Eagle Advantage.
Nope.
And that's not necessarily our problem. Our problem is, let's make our youth sports as cheap as possible for our families and give them the absolute best experience we could possibly give them.
Absolutely.
All right, Madison, let's look ahead to see what's coming up next week. It is this week, I guess. I shouldn't say next week. This week, we're filming this on Monday. SAC Camp and Summer Camp dates are available They're in the newsletter. They were on Facebook and Instagram, pinned to the very top as well. Physicals, April 1st. What are we? 7 days?
Yeah.
7 days from you being able to get a physical and it be good for next year. So get that done as soon as possible. This week, we got junior high golf at Providence Classical School. That is a 12 p.m. tee time. Emily Biggers went out there by herself. Did you know that?
I did know that. But she's a rock star. And
She's a rock star.
She's doing great, so shout out to Emily.
She's a rock star.
Yeah.
We had a couple kids cancel, said they couldn't go for whatever, sick, had plans after school, couldn't make it, couldn't stay out there that late. But good luck to Emily at the golf tournament. You're about to head out like now, right?
Yeah.
Junior high softball is headed to Bremont for a 4:30. Hosting Bremont at the complex for 4:30 game. Coach Rather's going to skedaddle as soon as we hit the record button and stop this podcast. Tuesday, that is tomorrow, varsity golf goes to the A&M course. What was supposed to be the BCS Cup, our neighbors down the road had other plans, so they invited a whole bunch of different people. So they're just going to a varsity golf tournament.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Tournament nonetheless.
Yeah. Varsity baseball opens up district play against Houston Second Baptist. That is a 4 p.m. game at the complex Tuesday, home game. Varsity softball is playing Second Baptist as well, away. So we're going to cross paths in the night.
Yes, we are.
What was that, 6:30 first pitch?
6:30, yeah.
6:30 first pitch in Houston. Wednesday's the quiet day that everybody gets to
Everyone loves Wednesday.
relax and
Recover,
recharge.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, we're right back at it. Junior high softball at BV Chia, so that's going to be at Travis Field at 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good luck to you on that one.
Thank you so much.
And then Friday, we got junior high track at Allen Academy. We have varsity baseball at Second Baptist. We have softball versus O'Connell, which means they're here at the complex. Junior high softball is going to Our Lady of Victory in Victoria. That's a tournament. Good looking trip for y'all.
It should be a fun one. A long one, but fun.
Long
the
one.
Kids are excited.
How many games are we going to get out of that one?
3.
3 games.
So we got 5 total this week.
5 total
Getting that
games
experience.
for junior high softball. I mean, that's a playoff run into a state championship.
Yeah.
All right, that's what we're getting ready for.
Exactly.
And then track rounds out the week on Saturday. They're at Allen Academy's Ram Relays. It is a busy, busy week for St. Joseph Athletics, and we wouldn't want it any other way.
No, we would not.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all be good. Go Eagles.
Yeah. Finna play. Yeah. From the nest to the lights, we're ready to fly. Eagles rise up, yeah, we touch the sky. Coach Rather and Coach Patterson show us the way. Eagle-led Bonnie's gonna seize the day. Hearts on fire, burning bright. Through a storm, we'll take the fight. Spread your wings and let them soar. Higher now than ever before. Through the wind, we'll ride the tide. Eagle Nation side by side.